this the ultimate cleaning partner because it is quick, it is clean, it is easy, and most of all, it is very, very clever. John Iside is going to be joining us in a sec. He's the guy that created this mop. It truly is not just a mop. It is a 4-in-1. It is a broom, it is a mop, it is a squeegee, and it is a scraper. It is a customer pick with 160 5-star reviews, and that's just gonna keep going up and up and up. It has what they call the dual chamber bucket. So you're washing it on one side and you're drying it on the other. And we'll show you how that works in just a minute. You're getting 4 microfiber pads, which are reusable. That'll last you probably about a year. I have 4 backup pads if you want to look into those as well, and I recommend that. Easy to use, under 3 pounds. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 choices of what to pick, and I'm going to get into why I love this, and I own this. This is my mop right now. I use it. I have a cleaning lady that comes in every 2 weeks. She adores it. She's like, so much better than the spinning mop, so much better. So when you order, you get the stainless steel mop with 4 pads, and you get the bucket in white. We have it available in navy. I have it available in lilac. I have it available in garnet red, and then I have it available in light teal. It will come with the 4 pads, and you'll see very soon why we call it a true 4-in-1, because it's great for mopping, but it's also great if you got to scrape something off the floor, you get some gum on the floor. If you want to squeegee something, you can use it as a squeegee, and of course you can use it as a broom as well. The inventor, developer, creator of the mop, John Iside, is here. Hey buddy, you don't have to shake my hand.
I know, nice to see you again. I'll give you a hug.
That's even better. So everything we need is in that bucket.
Yes, this is one of the biggest benefits that everybody likes about this. Everything nests right inside here.
That's my storage right there.
There's your handle, there's your mop plate, everything goes right in here. It's a small profile, so it doesn't take up a lot of room. You live in an RV, a small apartment, or you just don't have a lot of room. That's all the space you need. Benefit number 2, probably the biggest benefit, 4 pads, should last you at least a year.
Yeah.
They're machine washable. Use them over and over and over again. You don't have to keep going to the store and look, are they in stock? No. You have them for about a year. You can get the extra ones,
yep,
but you don't really need it. But if you want to get it, pick them up, because I think
I always do.
Yep, a lot of people do.
Like, I tell you, with air filters, all that, because I always like to have a backup. Plus,
right,
if you have a pet, you may go through them even quicker.
You can go through them quicker. And by the way, you can use chemicals if you want to, speaking about a pet. Let's get to the demos. Okay, so I have a nice clean mop head here, microfiber, finely woven, nice quality. Look how clean that is. I'm gonna go over this terrible mess. The first thing I like to point out whenever I do my demonstrations is the before and after. Microfiber lifts, holds, traps, and locks the dirt in the fibers. It doesn't snowplow it out of the way. Look at the before and look at the after with just a couple of quick passes. The other thing that's nice about this is that it's great for any of your floors. I don't care if it's hardwood, laminate, I don't care if it's tile, travertine. It's great for all those different surfaces, and it works great every single time. But here's the big problem with every single mop: the dirty mop head. No one likes to touch it. No one wants to throw them out because they get so expensive.
Right.
You don't throw it out. You have a bucket here that has 2 chambers. This is where the bucket comes in. One side washes, the other side dries. Now all you do is dip it into the bucket, into the wash side. But I'm not just dipping into the wash side. What's happening is there's a plastic piece here that literally scrapes the mop head clean. It's agitating it, just like the agitator in your washing machine for your clothes. Then when you bring it over to the dry side, it squeezes all the dirt, all the debris out into the dirty side. But if you ever have any dirt on the top here, all you do is just flip it around and you clean the other side. Now, another little secret is that there's holes on the mop plate. As I move it up and down, you see how the water filters through that pad? Yep. That's important. So it's literally processing the pad, and it always comes out clean, but sometimes, more importantly, it comes out dry. This is a real tissue. I just dunked it in. That was filthy, but now it's clean, and it's just slightly damp. You want it more dry? A couple more passes. You want it less dry? A couple of less passes.
And guys, it's so lightweight. I mean, the mop itself weighs maybe 2.5 pounds. That's all it is.
Right.
You get the bucket to go with it. Everything that you need to clean. If you want to add chemicals, you can do that. But honestly, I like using piping hot water with maybe a little bit of vinegar.
That's all you need.
That's really, really all you need. John knows more about cleaning than anybody.
If you want to use a little bleach, I get it. You want to
you can do that.
You can use the vinegar.
Well, we had flooding and stuff, and a lot of people were bleaching out their floors.
Speaking about flooding, if you have a spill on a rug, maybe you have a nervous puppy dog, dog, or maybe you dropped a glass of wine. Well, you don't drop wine. Maybe you dropped a glass of orange juice. You push down, just a joke. You see how it absorbs it out of the rug there? The purpose of the demonstration is to show you the absorbency power. What am I not doing? I'm not getting a million paper towels, dabbing down. I'm not even bending. And all that liquid is in my mop head. That could be my rug. It could also be a hard surface. You bring it right over to your bucket. You squeeze it out. You wring it out. It's always clean, always ready to go. And it's
dry.
It's nice and dry.
It is dry.
Let me see if you could use it again. Let's show everybody how well Guy can clean. Okay?
Make me a mess.
I'm gonna make you a mess, and not just any mess, a really bad mess.
By the way, John, the padded handle up here, great touch.
Great touch.
Love that.
Yep.
Love that.
You know
Very
what?
comfortable to use.
I'm not gonna use the chocolate syrup. You know what? I think Emerald's in the house. If Emerald's watching, we're gonna kick it up a notch, right,
Yeah,
Emerald?
let's do it.
I'm gonna put real dirt.
Lord.
You can't get more dirty than dirt, right? This is mud from my backyard all the way. I actually bring it from New Jersey. So here's some real bad mud. Maybe the dog came in. Watch as Guy goes over the floor. You know what? I will add some.
Yeah, make it nasty.
Yes,
make
it
we'll
really
put some syrup on there as well. So remember, I'm using it in the standard way. I just lay it down on the ground. That's all I need to do. It has like what we call power steering, so you can kind of manipulate it left or you can manipulate it right.
Let's see the mop head before you go.
Yeah, so it's
nice and clean.
Nice
mop
and
head.
clean.
Now just go over that like you would just if that was your kitchen floor.
I learned to use it, so I go back and forth.
Before you go too fast, let's show everybody what you caught. Look how it locks in that dirt into those fibers.
Amazing.
That's the key. That's why everybody likes the microfiber. So you go over your floor. Once you finish cleaning the kitchen, let's say, if you remember, you make it into that vertical plate like this.
Yes.
I'll show you again.
That's how I do it, right?
Try it. You'll feel
lift it up and
there
automatically
you go. You're
goes
a professional.
like that. And now I can bring it over and I can wash it and I can dry it.
Before you do, I want to show everybody the technology. I took the top off my bucket. Take a look inside. This is where the water goes. No water on the other side.
That's the dry side.
You can put your bleach, whatever you want, any kind of detergent. A capful is all you need because it only uses 3/4 of a gallon. So now you want to wash it, and what's happening here,
I'm doing it with 2
Guy
fingers.
moves it up and down, you see this plastic piece? You can feel it scraping it, right?
Yeah.
And you look on the back, you see if you bring it up a little bit higher, you see how the water filters through? So when Guy takes it out of this bucket, if you have any dirt, you can flip it around. But just for time's sake, you squeeze out all the dirt, squeeze out all the mess.
See that little plate right there?
Right.
And even if you lean it forward a little bit, which
squeezes it more.
Squeezes it even a bit more. So if you want to do that, you're able to do that. And that is getting all that off.
That's all you have to do,
and then
3 or 4 times. It's dry. It's not sogging wet. Yeah, and it's clean, which is really important. Matter of fact, let's test how clean it is.
Yeah.
Let's throw it in that fish tank, fish tank.
Yeah, now we just did, you saw what we did, dirt, jelly, chocolate sauce. If there was anything on that mop, that water would get cloudy.
It is
that clean. Now remember, the pads are machine washable, and I would, after every mopping job, I would throw them in the wash. You could have a little bin where you put, because you get 4. So when it fills up, then you can throw them in. But don't forget, I have the extra 4 available. I love because it does it so quickly. Like I can literally take this out. It fits under my sink. I can fill it with hot water, add a little vinegar, and I can get out there and I can clean my hardwood floors. I can sweep. I can mop.
Yes.
I can squeegee. If the dog leaves kibble around her bowl, I can flip it over and I can use that squeegee, or I can use the scraper if she gets goo on the floor, which she does sometimes.
And I'll show you right now how it works. Guy's talking about the broom feature. You see this black piece of foam right here? EVA foam, continuous piece of foam. It works great as a broom. I put down some spices and some glass. Let's see how it does as a broom. Now, everybody knows but doesn't want to admit you're supposed to sweep before you mop. Well, here's your broom. But what it's not doing is whipping up the dirt. It's confining it. It gets the small particles, the big particles, pet hair, you name it. And it fits under, the kitchen cabinets come to about here, so it gets right underneath, like if you want to get along the cabinets. It does a good job sweeping. Then he mentioned about the scraper. You see over here, there's a little plastic edge. We just added that. This is the new version. It's the only one that has it. I have some tape in front of me here on the studio floor. I'm just going to come over here to show you about the scraper. Now, you know what? A lot of times we're using our mop and there's something that's just very stubborn. Now you got that scraper. You could scrape that right off the floor.
It could be spaghetti sauce that you didn't see for 2 days.
Food you step on, a piece of gum. So here's that scraper. It's hard to see because it's integrated. It's part of the mop plate, but it's there if you need it, which is nice.
All right, guys, I encourage you to read the reviews on this product. We have 160 5-star reviews, and that's probably gonna double over the next month or two, okay? Here's a couple of the reviews, and I'd like to read just the titles: easy to use, handy mop, best mop I've ever used, everybody should have one. And listen, for the price we're doing it at, don't go spend $40 or $50 on one of those spinny mops, which really don't get that clean. Think about what a string mop is. String mop is like your hair.
Yeah,
all right?
The hair gets wrapped around
it wraps around the individual strands of the mop. You never get rid of it, so you've got hair. And if there's hair, there's gonna be germs, there's gonna be bacteria. That's why that mop changes color and never comes back. That's why it smells so bad. With this one, you're washing it and cleaning it properly every single time you use it per job, and then you're putting them in the wash to get them super clean. So let me show you your choices, because it's time to buy. And I know you're gonna, by the way, you got 30 days to try it. Try it. I mean,
custom to pick.
When I went to this mop versus the other mop, and I told you the story, I have a cleaning lady, comes every 2 weeks. Her name is Avita. I love her. And she's very honest with me. Like I bought a new Shark vacuum, and she was like, better.
She'll tell you if
better.
she likes it or not. Yeah.
Well, that's her profession.
Yeah.
And I got one of these. When I got one of these, because initially she told me to get the one where you put it in and you step on it. And she said the problem with that one is it never gets clean.
Right.
It never gets really dry.
And the replacements are so expensive.
They're expensive to get more. So when you order, we will give you the mop, and we're gonna give you the pads. You get 4. Your choice is white, navy, lilac. We have it in the garnet red, very, very popular, and then we also have it in the light teal. You will get 4 of these pads. And I'm gonna show them the pads real quick, John, if you don't mind.
Yep.
So John is constantly upgrading this mop system. So what he's done is he's made the pads even better. They're a thicker pad. They're very, very thirsty, and they're very thick, because you're gonna be using these over and over again. There are little places on the bottom where they hook.
I could show you.
All right, we'll show you that in a minute. But then remember, and there's also a clamp which locks it in and applies tension. Right. So this mop pad is not going to fall off like the cheap ones that you buy at the supermarket. You know, the throwaway ones, which I never understood. It's a waste of money.
How annoying is it when you
it's annoying. And all of a sudden it's on the floor and you got to pick it up again. These will never fall off. I have 4 of those that I'm going to give you with the mop. But if you can get the extra set, I think it's $16.99. You get another 4 pads. Why? Many of you have pets. And I know with my mop, I'm probably gonna go through them every 6 months, because I got a dog, and those things are gonna take a beating. I have to literally have to clean around her dog bowl twice a day.
Yep.
And having a mop so handy and so quick and so easy really makes that easy. And really, listen, don't baby it. I don't care if you spilled eggs on the floor. I don't care if you spilled a whole, half a pot of coffee. Use this machine. I love the size of it. It's lightweight. One side washes, one side dries. It's very simple. It's perfectly designed. And remember, it is a true 4-in-1. If you buy it today, you get our discounted, today's special price. We took $9 off, reduced the shipping. You get the bucket, you get everything that you need. And if you get a brand new HSN credit card, we'll give you another $15 off. But remember, read the reviews. We have, over 11,600, John, have already been spoken for.
Oh, thank you.
Crazy.
And they're going to love it. And if you don't love it, you call me. My number's on the manual. We make sure that what we say is true. So if you ever have any problems or any questions, don't hesitate to reach out.
And John will answer.
We will answer.
They will.
If I don't answer, I'm on the phone with another customer, I'll call you back. But we try to answer everyone. This is caked on, baked on, guy. This is tile. A lot of people wonder, does it work with tile? Absolutely. And it doesn't just work with just liquid. This is actually baked on there. This is from the Hot Studio Lights. But take a look at the grout line. You see the dirt in the grout line? It gets in the grout line. And the reason it gets in the grout line is because the fibers are a little bit longer. You see, they're just long enough that they contour to the shape of your floor. So if you have a porous floor, or if you want to get into those grout lines, it does a really, really nice job. I love the fact that it gets very narrow, so it gets underneath those beds and pieces of furniture like you've seen in the video. It's lightweight, and it locks in the dirt. So once you have a dirty mop head, you bring that right over to your bucket. I got it over here. Sorry I'm so far away, but you just push it up and down. It agitates it. There's a plastic piece scraping it. The water is flowing through the pad, and you always have a nice clean pad. Then you dry it. You bring it to the dry side. Everything comes out. I like to flip it around to clean both sides.
Yep.
And then I have a nice, clean, and dry mop head. Now let's show you.
And there's no drippy mess.
No,
none of that.
It's great. That's why it's a customer pick. I mean, all these little things add up. Real life demo, coffee demonstration. Don't forget, this is not only a broom, it's actually a squeegee. If you have a spill, what you want to do is confine the spill, like if maybe the toilet overflowed or the, like I say, the
I
washing
dropped
machine.
a bottle of balsamic vinegar on my tile floor. That was a nightmare. It was everywhere.
I hear so many stories. I have a guy that has a chicken. He sells chicken and he uses it to squeegee the oil, believe it or not.
Yeah.
So everybody has their story. But what's nice is you dab down on that, and this is going to give us a great opportunity to show you the technology. I'm going to bring it over to my bucket. Watch how this works. This is the only moving plastic piece, which is good. You don't want too many moving pieces. As I push it down, look how it squeezes all the dirt and debris out and away from that mop head. You could flip it around, clean the other side. You always have a nice clean mop head. Wash it, dry it. I would change the water between rooms. I always recommend changing the water, and you have fresh water every time. I'm just gonna go back over my floor and do a good job.
And look at how clean. I love it.
It's fantastic.
My hardwood floors look brand new every time we mop it up. They look amazing, and I use it.
Well,
I use it every bit as much as, like I said, as my person that helps me.
Yeah.
Because she's only there once every 2 weeks, and the dog makes a mess every 2 minutes.
Yeah. Oh, the dog. It never ends with the dogs.
Never.
All right. Let's talk about the hardwood floors. By the way, the walls. I mean, you know how dirty the walls get sometimes, especially when the pollen season comes.
Any flat surface.
Any flat surface. So, so many people love it for the walls. Right behind the commode or hard to reach areas, it's nice and narrow. It's not so big that you can't reach underneath places like that. And there it is on the hardwood floors. But I have actually a hardwood floor here. I made a couple of feet marks or footprints. Now, you could use these wet or dry. That's what's nice about it. Let's say you came home from a hard day's work here underneath these hot studio lights. You can go along your floor. This is called that leading edge. This is what the professionals do. So you can go over those hardwood floors, and it gets into those little lines too. So it's great, great, great for the hardwood floors. Why? Because it's microfiber. It polishes, it shines, and it's dry. It's not sogging wet. You don't want to wet that, you know?
No, that's bone dry.
Now you can make it as wet or as dry as you want, depending on the floor.
Right.
But, so it's customizable drying. Let's talk a little bit about our bucket. Award-winning bucket. Everybody loves this bucket, and I'll show you why.
There's a lot of engineering that went into this bucket.
Check this out. Okay, so the first thing that everybody likes, and we worked real hard on, is getting the correct size of this bucket. Not too big where it's so heavy, not too small where it's flimsy.
Right.
Perfect size. But it fits in your kitchen sink.
Right.
This is important because now you can fill it up, you can empty it, wash it out. The ones with the basket, you can't get underneath the basket.
I love that you designed this for homeowners.
Yes.
All right, this is not industrial clean. This is cleaning your house.
Right.
And you don't need a bucket that's 4 times that size because it's easy to empty.
You don't need it. We tested it. Believe me, this is the perfect size. Check out the drain plug, guy. So now if you're not as strong as you used to be, you just put that right on your kitchen counter and you got your drain plug, and it's tethered so you can't lose the plug.
Right.
That's important. I challenge you to find one tethered. Nobody has it.
Nope.
And the handle is 54 inches long, okay? Take a look at this handle. Real stainless steel, not cheap plastic. It's not gonna rust on you. It's only 4 pieces, and it's 54 inches long. Easy on the back. It has the nice foam grip like you were talking about.
Yep.
I like to take it off sometimes to use it to dust my walls.
Sure.
I know you don't have wood walls, but this is just for demonstration purposes. If you wanted to use it on your walls, you can go right along the walls. If you
John, you could use it on your countertops if you really wanted to.
Well, I wouldn't, not my mop. I wouldn't do that. But if you want to go
if you're in a pinch,
yeah,
you could do whatever it is you need to do.
Look up Handimop online. We have great sponges for that.
Yep.
By the way, you could get down and get the baseboards.
Yep.
So I didn't feel like bending. I'm using my nice long pole.
Yep.
Now, if you have a lanai, do you have a lanai at home?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you know how sometimes the screens get dirty?
Oh, yeah.
A little bit damp. You go right along that lanai. Look at the before and after. This gets both sides. Everybody loves doing their screens with this because it's easy.
The only other way to do it would be take them down and you got to hose them off, and that's no fun.
Just make it a little bit damp, go over it, and you're good to go.
All right, I got to go show everybody colors one more time because we are busy, busy, busy. I knew we would be. Remember, you get 30 days to try it. And I know once you get it, I know saying that, you're going to keep it because you're going to love it. You're going to be like, oh my gosh, this thing is amazing. So when you order it in white. You get the matching white bucket. We have it in navy blue. I have it in lilac. I have it, the most popular, believe it or not, is the garnet red. Everybody loves that color. And then I really love this kind of like light teal color. Everybody will get 4 pads, okay? So the pads are gonna last on average about a year. It really depends on how much you use this thing. If you're crazy clean, like I like to clean a lot. I like my house to be clean because I got a dog and I'm by myself. And it can turn into a nightmare if I don't keep on everything. Then they may last you longer. But mine are gonna last me about 6 months. We tell you about a year. But if I were you, I would get the extra 4 because first of all, you get them now. If you have a dog, you're going to go through them quick, and you're going to be like, I'm so glad I bought them, and they're only $16.99 for 4 pads.
Right. Let's talk about the pads.
Yeah.
Now, you were saying before, you know, how we designed this so it doesn't fall off. I'll show you how to change it as soon as we come back from the video. And by the way, look how she's using 2 fingers, guy. It's so easy to use. It comes out perfectly clean. There's the broom function. I mean, how do you beat that? And you save the money. It's all about saving money with these amazing pads.
I don't have the one with the scraper. I got to get the new one.
This is the latest, greatest.
Yeah.
This is the greatest model.
Yep.
All right, do you see this little clip right here on the mop head? You just release that, boom, okay? Then you take your pad off. If you want to, in the washing machine, no problem at all. Just don't use fabric softener. I like to let it air dry. But here's the cool thing. When you replace the pads, there's 3 pockets here, like Guy was talking about earlier, and there's 3 tabs. When we did our market research, everyone said one of the things they don't like about their mops is that the pads fall off. Not our mops, other mops. But so we said, you know what? We got to make sure that this doesn't fall off. So you got the hook and loop, you got the little pockets, then there's a little tension system here. You got 3 more pockets here. It's that easy to do. I lock it in, and guess what? My mop head is not going nowhere, so it's great. And look how clean that mop head is again. I've been using this for every presentation. It looks like brand new.
Yep.
And it will continue to look like brand new. Yeah, try it again.
If you don't like drippy, nasty, heavy, and I can go, you can see I can go in any direction. I can go behind the mess.
You could go behind the mess, in front of the mess, but you know what's not happening? I want everybody to realize he's not snow plowing the mess. So here's like a really gooky, let's keep going.
All right.
All right, we'll make it really dirty. You'll be surprised how much this can hold. So he's not snow plowing, it's locking it in, it's holding, it's trapping. Let's see if you remember how to get it into that position. Okay, you're a professional now. Just to show everyone who hasn't seen it at home, instead of throwing that mop head out, you got your 2-chambered bucket. One side washes, the other side dries. You put your detergent. It weighs less than 1 gallon. You see the handle is on one side? That's so the bucket doesn't flip and flop around.
All the weight is over there.
All the weight's over there. You pop your top on, and now you're gonna wash it. Now what's going on, he's not just dunking it in water, there's a piece of plastic here that's actually scraping and agitating the mop head. The water also filters through the pad because we put holes there. Now he's gonna bring it over to the dry side and squeeze all that dirt out. Now I see a little bit of dirt on top here. See on your mop head here?
Yep, so I go this way.
Flip it around.
Flip it over.
You wanna know, there you go.
There I did it, takes a little bit, but you get it. And now I can do the bottom.
And then just put it right in there.
And now I'm doing the bottom side.
It's like a key. You cannot put it in the wrong way.
Nope, goes either way.
How long did that take?
Seconds.
Look how clean that is. Look how dry that is. I mean, this is amazing. It's absolutely amazing. And you get 4 of those pads. You can't beat it. They should last you at least a year, guys. That's where the value is. You're not going around looking for pads.
Let me do one more. Is it okay, Kyle? I got to do one more with colors because people are all calling it the last minute. That's what happens.
They always do.
If you want it, I have it available in the white, with the white bucket. I have it in navy, I have it in lilac, I have it in garnet red, and I have it in light teal. Everybody gets 4 pads. That's enough to last most of you for a year. If you want the additional pads, we're gonna put the item number up for that.